Hello Flobos, welcome back. So for this video, we're going to be doing note names and fingers still through 5 through 12. Okay, I'm going to show you the fingers while we go. So just like the last video, I'm going to note name and finger through the whole thing, and then we'll go back and do a measure at a time like we do in class. So you'll notice I'm in my house, my apartment. I am not sitting on the floor. I'm on my couch. You can't see it, but I am. I'm sitting at the edge of my chair, and I have my phone propped up on something, and I have my music propped up on something so that I'm not practicing with my head down towards the floor, because that's not the way that we practice. So I'm using a music stand because I'm fancy and I have one. You can prop yours up on your dresser or on the kitchen counter. You can prop it up against something, whatever works for you, but it has to be up on something so that you're looking at it at eye level and not having to crane your face towards the floor. Okay? So here's my metronome. It's at 65 again. I'm tapping my toe. Down, up, down, up, down, up. And here's note names and fingers. And 1, 2, notes and fingers. D, 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 F, B flat, C, D, E flat, E flat, E flat, E flat, E flat, D, 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 C, C, D, C, F. Okay, so you're seeing me do some kind of weird stuff on C. I'm putting my hand here. Don't do that. I'm doing that because I've got my flute straight up in the air, and if I don't, I'm afraid I'm going to drop it or put my thumb somewhere weird. Since you're going to be fingering on your knee and you won't have to support it, or on your shoulder and you won't have to support it, or here and you won't have to support it, you don't need to put your hand down there. I'm doing that because I'm trying to show you my fingers at the same time. I'm allowed to do that. All right, so measure 5. Only one note in measure 5, and that's D. Thumb flat, which is this one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No pinky. Okay? So let's do just measure 5. 1, 2, notes and fingers. D, D, D. All right, next measure is exactly the same. Same notes, same fingers, same rhythm. So here, let's do 5 and 6. I don't think we need to do just 6. I think we can handle it. Here we go. 1, 2, 5, and 6. D, 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 D. Let's do it one more time just to be sure. 1, 2, notes and fingers. D, 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 D. All right, measure 7. It's the third one on the second line of music, okay? The first note we see is easy, D. We've been playing it the whole time so far. The next note we see is F. Thumb flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, pinky. All right, the next note in measure 7 is also a new note so far, right? It's B flat, and we know it's B flat because of the key signature that's got flats on it, okay? B flat is thumb flat, 1, and pinky. Now, I know your book tells you to put 4 down. Don't put 4 down. You don't need to. It's not going to do anything. Promise. No difference. Don't put it down. It's just wasting fingers. Okay? The last note we see in measure 7 is a C, and that's just 1 and pinky. All right? So let's note, name, and finger just measure 7. If you need to slow it down or take a second by yourself to just practice the order of your fingers, do that. But if you're ready, let's just go ahead and do it in time with the metronome. So here we go. And 1, 2, measure 7. D, F, B flat, C. Again, I'm putting this here because I'm going to drop it if I don't. Again, and 1, 2, notes and fingers. D, F, B flat, C. All right, let's do 5, 6, and 7. Here we go. 1, 2 notes and fingers. D, 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 F, B flat, C. I left my finger down, don't do that. Okay, measure 8. We have 2 beats of sound and 2 beats of silence. Our 2 beats of sound are on D, and we've played D before. We've got thumb flat, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do just measure 8, just to be sure. Okay, notes and fingers. 1, 2 notes and fingers. D, rest, rest. All right, let's do the whole line. Whole line 2, starting measure 5. And 1, 2 notes and fingers. D, 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 F, B flat, C, D. One more time. 1, 2, second line. D, 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 F, B flat, C, D. All right, let's move on to measure 9. So measure 9, new note we haven't seen so far in the piece, E flat, thumb flat, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pinky. Okay. The whole measure is E flats. It's just quarter notes. Let's go through it just to be sure, though. All right? Here's measure 9. 1, 2 notes and fingers. E flat, E flat, E flat, E flat. See, pretty easy. All right, let's do 5 through 7. 5 through 9. Oh my goodness, 5 through 9. And 1, 2 notes and fingers. D, 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 F, B flat, C, D, E flat, E flat, E flat, E flat. All right, measure 10. The first note we have is an E flat. The rest of the measure is 3 Ds. So let's do measure 10. 1, 2 notes and fingers. E flat, D, D, D. Let's add just measure 9 to it. The trick with doing 9 and 10 together is we have to count. We have to count enough E flats, but not too many. So we have 5 E flats between measure 9 and the first beat of measure 10 before we can move to D. You have to count them in your brain. So what I do while I count is I say E flat, E flat, E flat, E flat, E flat. But in my head I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that I know I've reached 5. Whatever's going to help you best, do that. So let's do 9 and 10. Remember to count. 1, 2, 9, and 10. E flat, E flat, E flat, E flat, E flat, D, D, D. Do it again, just to make sure. 1, 2, 9, and 10. E flat, E flat, E flat, E flat, E flat, D, D, D. All right, let's do 5 through 10 now. 1, 2, 5 through 10. D, 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 F, B flat, C, D, E flat, E flat, E flat, E flat, E flat, D, D, D. All right, measure 11. We have a D, 2 C's, and then back to D, all quarter notes. Take a second to look at it, and then let's do it together. 1, 2, measure 11. D, C, C, D. And again, I've got my finger braced here just so I don't drop my flute. You can't do that. You have to just do this. Now remember, yours is going to be on your knee or up here. If you started doing what I'm doing, don't do that. Okay, let's do measure 11 one more time. 1, 2, measure 11. D, C, C, D. All right, let's do 9, 10, and 11. So just like between 9 and 10, we have a bunch of the same note in a row. So for 9 and 10, we've got 5 E flats. For measure 10 through 11, we've got 4 Ds. So remember, you got to count in your brain. Let's do 9, 10, and 11. Make sure you count enough. And 1, 2, 9 through 11. E flat, E flat, E flat, E flat, E flat, D, 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 C, C, D. Let's do 5 through 11. 1, 2, 5 through 11. D, 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 F, B flat, C, D, E flat, E flat, E flat, E flat, E flat, D, 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 C, C, D. All right. Measure 12. Just 2 notes. Our first note is C, then we have a beat of silence, and then we have a half note F. Let's do just measure 12. 1, 2, notes and fingers. C, rest. F, was bad counting. My bad. 12. 1, 2, notes and fingers. C, F. All right. Let's add it back through measure 9. 9 through 12. Count in your head. 1, 2, 9 through 12. E flat, E flat, E flat, E flat, E flat, D, 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 C, C, D, C, F. One more time. 9 through 12. 1, 2, 9 through 12. E flat, E flat, E flat, E flat, E flat, D, 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 C, C, D, C, F. All right, 5 through 12. Here we go. 1, 2, 5 through 12. D, 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 F, B flat, C, D, E flat, E flat, E flat, E flat, E flat, D, 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 C, C, D, C, F. One more time. 1, 2, 5 through 12. D, 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 F, B flat, C, D, E flat, E flat, E flat, E flat, E flat, D, 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 C, C, D, C, F. All right, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna play it. You're gonna keep note naming and fingering. That way you can get an idea of what it sounds like while you do note names and fingers. So don't play yet, that's next video. You're doing note names and fingers, I'm playing. 1, 2, notes and fingers. Once you have successfully done this videos without making mistakes, then you can move on to the next one where you play. Don't move on too fast. Make sure you know the fingers first before you play. Happy practicing, Flowbows.